Okay, the Real Housewives of New York City are back, and there's a familiar face among them.
That's right. After a 3-season hiatus, Bethenny Frankel has rejoined the group and is picking up where she left off. Take a look.
I've been speaking to Ramona.
I know that she's going through hell. I'm sure she's going through hell.
How could she not?
I mean, it's got to be tough. You know, I haven't spoken to Ramona. I've seen her.
But you're fine? It's
fine.
clean?
Well,
well, are you having a thing?
No, I don't have any problems with Ramona. Apart from my usual problems with Ramona, which is all the time.
Okay.
So good.
Bethenny also has a new book called I Suck at Relationships, so you don't have to.
There you go.
That's a great title.
With fellow housewives Carolyn Radziwill, Ramona Singer, and Countess Luann de Lesseps. Hello, everybody. Well, wasn't that a nice little exchange, Ramona, all about you, and you weren't even there? So what did you think listening into that?
Well, it's very interesting. People will see a different side of me this season. I have to say there's nothing worse than being betrayed by your spouse. I really wish that on no one. And I realized with Luann, when she had a situation with her ex, I really was not nice, to put it mildly.
Yeah, she was awful.
Yeah. Yes.
She went from Ramina back to Ramona, I must say, and I hate to say it, but divorce really kind of suits her. I mean, she is humbled and changed, and knows what it's like now to walk in my footsteps.
Yeah, to understand what that feels like.
Build down some walls and layers. I'm more real to people on the first.
Okay, well, so that was a learning
There you go. Well, Bethenny's back. Now, I know Bethenny. I asked you, I know a lot of people do. They come up to you and they go, Bethenny, you know, you have so much going on. You've got your drink line. You've got everything. You've got a beautiful daughter. You've got your hand in so many pots. Why come back to the Housewives? So what's the answer to that?
Well, I left for 3 seasons, and I really never thought that I would come back. I didn't enjoy it when I left, so I was glad that I did. I missed the connection, and I missed how free it is. You feel liberated and free, and it's therapeutic, and you are still, I mean, it is still a job. You're still working, and yet, compared to when I was doing a talk show, I just felt like I could be liberated and open and not.
So the talk show didn't do that for you, what you were hoping?
No, I felt bridled and edited and filtered.
Well, they did. They should tell you. I remember because I was on a few times. They'd say like, "Don't do it like that. Do it like that. Look over there." You were like, "Why can't we say X?" You would always scream out to the crowd.
And I wasn't trying to curse or anything. It was just normal things.
It was great having Bethenny on this year. Even though we're an ensemble cast of 8 people, I really was very nervous about filming with 8 people, but it does work. We're all like feisty, and yet we're fighting, and yet we're crying.
I could tell actually when I visited Bethenny on her show, I could tell when we were having our conversation, I knew that you kind of missed being with the girls. It's nice to work with an ensible cast.
It's like she came back home. It's like the child that left and came back.
Is it like that?
Well, no, I'll tell you what it is. That the 3 of us were on the show from the beginning. Carol, I connected with this season. I have to say, there's so much transition and transformation, and we're all older and wiser, and it's got a lot of humor, but the show has a lot of depth. We're going through a lot.
You're digging it. You're
digging in. Look, you have 2 divorce, infidelity. You have death. There's another housewife who experienced death of her husband. I mean, there's a lot going on that people can relate to.
You call it Shakespearean. You describe it that way.
The author.
Yes, the author in you.
That in quotes.
No, I feel like there were highs and lows, and there's like a thread of humor going through the whole thing. And more than any other season that I've been on, it's really authentic. To Bethenny's point, it's like we're going through real stuff, and we're really, as a group of friends, we're bonding.
Epic season. I must say, this feels like the beginning of Housewives. You know, having Bethenny back, I think, is a real factor in that.
And Dorinda is a great addition.
And Dorinda, we have a new housewife who's amazing. She's one of my friends.
Why did you bring Dorinda?
Where's Dorinda?
She's a real saucy broad. She's great. She lost her husband 3 years ago, and she's going through something too. It's a very textural, deep and shallow season at the same time.
Well, we should. This is going to be a fun season. You've got to get Bethenny's book because it's filled with great relationship advice. I mean, you succeed at so many things. You're like, this is one of the things I'm not getting, but you give great advice because that's who you are.
Well, listen, I used to not succeed at business, but I wrote about all my failures, and finally I succeeded at that.
Mistakes.
Yeah. I'll get there one day.
I think she doesn't suck at relationships. Her picker is off.
Oh, she thinks I don't choose wives.
Picker's off.
Oh,
all right, you guys, don't forget.
Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you. Okay, the season premiere of The Real Housewives.
When is it?
New York City airs tomorrow night
That's
on our
right.
sister station Bravo at 9/8 Central.